the opportunities will always be there. There's always going to be that voice in your head. There's always going to be those people around you that are going to give you the acceptable reason why you don't have to do things for your goal today. Those will always present themselves. You'll always be easily able to find them. And if you take every opportunity, every option, every socially acceptable excuse, for lack of a better word, to not do something for you and your goal today, you're going to have a hard time getting through. And this is where people tend to fall off. They see these perfectly reasonable examples and reasons why they can't do something today towards their goal. And then they just don't do it. Instead of digging deep and pushing even a little bit, even to do something rather than nothing, they just sort of write it off. And this writing it off one time can sometimes become a habit and become something that happens over 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 days even, maybe even longer than that. The opportunity will always be there to not have to dig deep and just take the reasons as they come. What I'm saying is to you, at some point, you're going to have to dig deep. Sometimes you're going to have to push through. Sometimes it's just not going to be that easy. And it would be easier to give up. It would be easier to stop. It would be easier to listen to all these other people that tell you, you know, you work out a lot, take a break. And by no means am I saying not to take a break, not to take days off, not to relax, not to have active rest, not to live your life. Of course, you've heard me say it millions of times at this point, 80-20. It's very important. But part of the 80-20, there's no zero. Zero is giving up and not doing anything. Zero is saying, you know what, because I did this, I'm going to do this now. Because I was really good this week, I was 100% on, I'm going to take a 0 weekend. I'm looking, as I've said so many times, stay in the gray, 80-20, the volume knobs. I've talked about this so many times. The point is not to just take up any, again, excuse for lack of a better word, to not do it and to dig deep and to push through, because it's always going to be easier not to. And this is why so many people don't in the end. I'm asking you to be consistent and persistent and continue to adapt, to be flexible and push, maintain that grit, that resilience, the tenacity. You'll get there. Not every day is going to be a perfect day. Not every day is going to be 100% on. Not every day is going to be easy for that matter. But the whole point is not to find reasons not to dig deep. Sometimes you have to cherish the opportunity to dig deep and prove to yourself that you can do this. And you will do this. But sometimes that means you're going to have to dig deep.